have to watch out for those patrolling knights.
How long do you think we'll be standing here?
As long as God will, and as long as His grace the abbot requires.
Right. Maybe, fancy going for a walk? I'll keep watch here for a bit.
You sure? I'd be happy to stay here with you.
That's all right. Your legs must be going numb by now anyway, eh?
Bet, yeah. All right, then. But I'll be back soon. Huh?
Oh, to hell with it. I must be mad.
Don't you know there's a quarantine?
What do you want, you bloody vagrant?
I'd like to ask you something.
Look, I don't want to meddle in anything. Go and ask Loiza over there. He knows everything. Ah, farewell.
I need to ask you something.
Look, you probably shouldn't be here, right? You heard the talk. They say there's some pestilence going round.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here. I just need to ask a few questions. You help me, I'll help you.
What do you mean?
You work here day in, day out. Barely leaving the place, right? So if you ever need something, I'm your man.
Well, you said you're from the infirmary, eh? I heard you lot have all kinds of medicines over there. Proper strong stuff. I'd like to try something. Because of the plague, of course. You know what I mean. Bring me a couple of files and I'll tell you what I know.
Look what I've got here.
Let's see. What the fuck are you trying to pull?
Tell me everything you know, or a disease will be the least of your worries.
All right, no need to get worked up. Fine, what do you want to know?
Have you noticed anything odd lately? Suspicious?
What, during work? We're at it from dusk till dawn. No time to be watching what's going on.
Sure, but while you're working, you must hear a thing or two. You know how folk chatter while they work.
Well, I suppose there are two groups of workers here. Us lot working above ground, and another lot working down in the crypt. We don't talk to each other much.
Why not?
They're a right bunch of bastards. Maybe because they've been at it longer than us. They hardly ever come up before we knock off. Some of them probably even sleep down there. Ugh.
Why are there two crews here?
We take care of everything above ground. They're dealing with that collapse into the crypt. We hardly ever see each other.
Where can I find the other crew?
Their tents are right next to the monastery wall.
Who's in charge of your lot?
Andra, our foreman. But the work's clearly laid out. He doesn't have time to be breathing down our necks all the time.
I haven't seen him around. Where can I find him?
No idea. Truth be told, I haven't seen him myself in a while.
And that doesn't strike you as odd?
You think, what, he's sick too?
Well, he's definitely not in the infirmary. Hopefully he's all right. Thanks. That'll be all. Now that looks a bit dodgy.
I'm sick of this place.
Same here. That crypt gives me the creeps. We should just board it up and leave it.
Didn't you hear the foreman? We've got to hold out. We'll get sorted out somehow.
Yeah, still. I don't like it one bit.
Better guarding up here than down there, though.
That's true.
We ought to do another sweep, just in case.
Who'd even try sneaking in? Now of all times.
You never know.
Well, if you say so. Come on, then.
Huh. Strange. I must be mad.
That's one hell of a bloody pit. Should have made that mask. They were robbing the graves. A drawing of some kind of cross. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, rotting corpses. Hey? What's this?
He fell for it. Hey, what the?
You're the one who locked me in there.
How did you get out?
Why the fuck did you do that? Wait, you're the foreman, aren't you?
Shut up. You found Bavor, didn't you? Hand it over.
What the hell are you on about? What do you want from me?
You know what I'm on about, Kavar. And I know he's here somewhere. Boleslav Bavor.
Calm down and drop the weapon, or I'll report you to the abbot.
And how would you do that? You're not getting out of here alive. I'll rip it out of your cold, dead hands when I'm done with you. It'll look like an accident. You weren't supposed to be here. We tried to stop you. But it's I, and you broke your neck.
Come on then. Try it.
You brought this on yourself. Oh, yeah. Should have handed it over.
For the cross! You're a dead man. You know that?
Cut the bullshit and fight!
I need to get back to Albi. Forgive the intrusion, Brother Librarian.
An apology will not spare us this dreadful illness, but obeying the abbot's orders might. Haven't you heard them? I moved in here so I could continue my work and keep the mandated solitude. So leave me in its safe embrace and go away.
I understand, but I've come on an urgent matter.
And I'm urgently asking you to leave me be. I don't want to catch the illness and stand before the Lord. Not yet.
I understand your fear, but I'm Master Albic's assistant, as you surely know.
Then why aren't you at his side, tending to the poor souls already afflicted?
I've done all I could. And I assure you, your brothers and the others are being looked after as well as possible. We fear the illness just as you do. But a man of medicine cannot simply hide from it.
Yes, of course. Naturally, but I'm no man of medicine, so what do you want from me?
A little trust, brother. It's a lot to ask, I know, but believe me, I would never knowingly put you or anyone else in danger. I swear it.
Very well, then. At least you sound like you know how much you're asking.
May I ask you a favor, then?
But please, keep it brief.
I'm investigating the source of that illness that's been spreading around here. And I could use your learned knowledge.
I'm listening.
I came across a rather peculiar name. Boleslav Bavor. Does that ring a bell? Are there any records on him, perhaps?
Boleslav Bavor? I know that name. Long ago, just after taking my vows, I briefly looked into his legacy. There was some connection to the monastery crypt, if I recall.
Really? Because I actually came across it in the crypt.
What? What are you talking about?
Well, I ran into some laborers down there. From what I gathered, they were trying to rob some of the graves, and they were looking for Bavor, or something connected to him.
By Christ, They were after the relic.
What are you talking about? What relic?
There's a possibility that Bavor was buried here along with a certain relic. That's what got me interested back then.
What sort of relic are we talking about?
I don't know exactly, but certainly something very rare. I believe it's linked to Jesus Christ himself, but I can't tell you for sure right now. It's been many years, and even back then I never found anything substantial apart from Bavor's records of his travels. In the end, I concluded that the whole tale of the relic was likely just Bavor's own fabrication.
That's a shame. It was just starting to get interesting. Still, I'd very much like to have a look at the travel records, just in case.
I'll be glad to show them to you to examine, but first we must report those vile thieves to the abbot.
You're right. The abbot ought to be told, but it's probably not wise to burden him with it now. Right now, we need to deal with the illness. Once things have settled down, we can make sure those thieves get what they deserve. Besides, we've got almost no proof yet. If I manage to investigate the matter of Bavor more thoroughly, I might stumble on something.
Still, it's a serious thing. We mustn't wait too long.
Of course. Once I've gathered the evidence, I'll explain everything to the abbot straight away. And now I'd like to take a proper look at Bavor's travel records.
Our archives are, shall we say, rather disorganized. It might take me a while to locate them. It's best if you come back tomorrow. I should be able to find it by then.
Of course I'll come. And thank you. Truly.
It's nothing. Actually, no, it's quite a task.
Kitty! Kitty!
What are you whistling for?
Brother Librarian, I need your help.
What is it?
This might sound odd, but do you have that book where I could find a recipe for aromatic oil?
My answer may sound even odder. I do. It's on the stand over there. One of my brothers was searching for a recipe. Perhaps it will be of use to you as well. Till we meet again.
Christ, Albic. What happened? Are you alright?
I am, yes. But it looks like we've been robbed.
Why? And who did it, for Christ's sake?
Gentlemen, please. Keep it down. You're disturbing the patients. For God's sake. What happened here? What a mess.
What do you think? Someone was clearly looking for something.
But there's nothing of value here.
Well, actually...
Albic! You brought them here? What were you thinking?
And was I supposed to leave them unsupervised?
And? Were they stolen?
Thank the Lord, no. I still had them on me.
I've no idea what this is all about, but by all means, carry on. I can see myself out.
Sarcasm and cheek won't help right now. This is serious. As you know, Henry, I spend a good part of my life at King Wenceslas's court, tending to his health. Thanks to that, I learned much about his private life, what ailed him, how and when he got injured, and what treatments I used. I recorded all my findings and methods, partly in case anyone cast doubts on them, and partly for others to copy, if necessary. If these detailed records were to fall into the wrong hands, I dare not imagine the consequences.
Plenty of folk would pay handsomely for them.
Or tried to steal them for that very reason. Who could have got in and made such a mess?
I was busy tending the sick. I noticed nothing.
Nor did I, I'm afraid. There's work here for 3 more physicians.
That actually made it quite easy for the culprit.
But we still don't know who to suspect.
Surely you realize the abbot himself might be interested in those records.
Father Jan? Nonsense. We've known each other for years.
Not quite well enough. When he heard you were coming, he was pressing me to persuade you to let him read them.
But that's out of the question. Absolutely not.
That's exactly what I told him. The look on his face. If looks could kill, I'd be dead.
How did he even hear about them?
Their existence is no secret. Even King Sigismund mentioned them to me once or twice. And if he ever said anything in front of the abbot...
And the thief waited until the monastery was closed?
So, Albic isn't leaving. Even if he wanted to.
Let's not jump to conclusions. And don't start pointing fingers. Henry, go and ask Brother Benedict and Dinesh in the infirmary if they noticed anything. Maybe we'll get lucky.
All right, then. I'll return to my patients and pretend nothing's amiss. No need to alarm them over this.
Right. Agreed.
Good day. What do you need?
Did you notice anything suspicious this past hour?
One of the sick men has been throwing up constantly, and I suspect another one's faking it to skip work.
No. I need to know if anyone's been nosing around our room.
I spent most of my time with the vomiting one, or out in the yard scrubbing his bedding. I didn't see anyone.
I understand. Even so, thanks for your help.
Oh, it's nothing.
God be with you.
You're not supposed to be here.
Did you see anyone go in or out of our room?
I'm not sure. I think I saw a monk go in. I couldn't say who.
A monk? You mean Benedict?
No, it wasn't him. But hard to say. Damn it, why do they all look the same in here?
Yeah, it's not exactly helpful, I know. Any idea when that was?
Roughly an hour ago, maybe 2. Has something happened?
Damn it. Never mind. Better if you ask Zacharias. I've got a few more questions about that plague mask.
What do you want to know?
Can you tell me where to find the things I'll need?
You can get the rope and leather almost anywhere. I'd say you'll find some lying around the construction site. And you can gather herbs from Yocham's garden.
And the recipe for the fragrant oil?
The monastery library has extensive collections.
That's all.
Henry, how are you feeling? You don't look too good.
I feel awful.
Did you go into the crypt without a plague mask?
I did. Do you think I got infected too?
It's certainly possible.
What now? I can't just go and lie down. We have too much work to do.
I know. Try this potion. It should ease the symptoms for a while.
Thank you, Albie. Will this potion cure me?
I'm afraid not. But it eases the symptoms and strengthens the body.
And what if it gets worse?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Henry.
And what if I am?
Then all you can do is pray we get this sickness under control before...
Would you please teach me the recipe?
Naturally. Fill a cauldron with wine. Then throw in 2 handfuls of freshly ground St. John's wort and boil for 1 turn. Then throw in 2 handfuls of chamomile and boil for 2 more turns. Finally, add a handful of ground ginger and boil for 1 more turn. Then, distill.
All right. I'll try.
I'm happy to hear it.
I spoke with Benedict and Dennis. Neither noticed a thing.
I thought as much. We've all had our hands full here. So, we still know nothing.
I might have something, but I'm not sure yet how it ties to those records.
What do you mean?
I went down to the crypt, and I found open tombs and rotting corpses.
Good God!
No sign of a mass grave, though. Just individual tombs.
That's both good and bad news. At least we can now rule out the plague. But if the workers caught something from the air around those tombs, then anyone else could catch it too. Why did they even open them?
They were probably looking for something inside. I found this sketch.
That looks like the emblem of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. But why would they look for it among deceased abbots? Even putting aside that it's sacrilege, I don't see the connection.
Nor do I. But there must be one, because they locked me in the crypt over it.
What?
He was the workers' foreman. He kept going on about some Bavor. He must have thought I'd found whatever they were after. I tried explaining I hadn't the faintest idea what he meant, but he went completely mad. In the end, he came at me.
And?
Well, I had to defend myself. God rest his soul.
I'm at my wit's end. Under normal circumstances, I'd report it, but maybe we'd better keep all this to ourselves. For now, at least.
Well, it's a bit late for that. On the way here, I stopped by the librarian to ask about this Bavor fella.
That was actually prudent. Did Crispin say anything useful?
He said there's a travelogue in the archives by Knight Boleslav Bavor about a journey to the Holy Land. He promised he'd try to find it. I should come back tomorrow.
After today, I must admit I'm wary of what tomorrow might bring. There's been more than enough excitement already.
Agreed. We deserve a bit of peace. Best tidy up here and get some sleep.
Wise words. Let's get to it then.
its arse. You stop that, for Christ!
Good morning, everyone. I trust you've had a decent sleep. The sick are waiting, and being tired doesn't excuse us from our duties.
All right, give me a moment. Then we'll go and check on the patients. And where's Benedict, anyway?
If I may, gentlemen. Haven't you heard? There was a fire here last night.
A fire? Here at the monastery?
The small shed by the mill house burned down, but it was probably just an unfortunate accident. Thank the Lord it's all over now.
And no one was hurt?
Well, that's the thing. No one burned, but there were 2 men in the shed. Or rather, 2 bodies.
Bodies? Whose were they, for God's sake?
That... I don't know, sir.
And how do you know they didn't die in the flames? Just because they weren't burnt to cinders doesn't prove anything.
I didn't see them, but they said there were no burns, and it didn't look like they'd suffocated either.
So, how did they end up there? What killed them? Didn't anyone tell you about them?
They were sent to be washed, but the washers noticed, signs.
Who found them? And how did he get them out?
Elijah, one of the lay brothers. He ran into the flames thinking he could save them, but they were already dead.
And what was he doing outside in the middle of the night? You don't suppose he had something to do with it?
He's never been any trouble. There's no reason to suspect him.
How do you know about these signs? Did someone examine them?
No, they were only to be washed, but when the signs of illness were spotted, the abbot ordered them locked away in the hops store. Ludolf promised he'd send one of his men to guard the door. No one is to go near them.
That was highly irresponsible. Someone needs to examine them thoroughly. We can't afford uncertainty.
You want to bring them to the infirmary with the others? No. No, let them stay locked away somewhere separate.
Are you afraid the other sick might get even worse? At least we could have them all in one place.
Was anyone else there besides Elijah?
No, or at least no one I know of. I'll leave you to it now. If you need me, I'll be with the sick.
I'm going too. Disease? Fire? What next? A swarm of locusts?
First they ransacked my room, now this. I don't like it one bit.
Do you think the fire's got anything to do with what they were after in your chambers?
Who knows? I feel like someone wants us gone, and they're trying to frighten us into leaving.
All the more reason to get to the bottom of this.
But I can hardly go poking around myself to find out what really happened.
Don't worry. That's what I'm here for.
Well, maybe Zacharias was right after all. You never know when an aid like that might come in handy. So, what's your plan?
Quite a few things, actually. I'll take a look around the burned-down shed. There might still be some clues.
Good idea. It might have just been an accident, but it won't hurt to make sure.
I should probably speak with the lay brother who pulled the bodies out of the flames.
Elijah, right? But be gentle. No one should have to go through what he did last night.
What about the corpses? You said you wanted to examine them.
And that's what I'll do. We can't afford doubts when there's a deadly illness spreading.
But Benedict said the abbot forbade it. and that one of the knights is watching over them.
If he's got any sense at all, he'll understand this is serious. A proper diagnosis is key to the next step.
Someone searched our room just a while ago. And who knows what they'd do if they caught you wandering around alone. I won't have that on my conscience. Better you stay here, and I'll sort it somehow.
So what you're saying is, use an unorthodox approach.
Well, I'm no physician like you, but I've learnt a lot about the illness. I could say I'm your apprentice.
That won't be enough.
But I'll throw in some nonsense about needing an ear or an eye to make some curative potion.
For God's sake, be quiet. And don't you dare utter that rot in front of the knight.
Well, what reason can't solve, brute force might. A well-placed blow can open any door. And to confirm or disprove the suspicion of a deadly plague, a broken nose is a small price, isn't it?
You're probably right. But please, treat it as a last resort. The infirmary's full as it is. Don't give us more work. And when you do get to the bodies, take your time with the examination. The main thing is not to be repulsed.
Well, I've picked up a few things already, so I think I can manage.
I pray I'll have your confidence when God sends for me. If you're not sure, just try to remember what you saw. If you describe it to me later, I should be able to identify it.
I can't think of anything else.
Nor can I. Well then, best of luck.
What's that? Huh. Strange. Huh? What? I heard something. I must be mad.
What's it like down there? What do you think? And those murdered workers? Any sign?
No. None beside the ones you already found.
Christ, our Lord be with us. How could such a thing happen? And in the house of the Lord, no less.
their cells.
Exactly. They'll come up with all sorts of excuses, but don't trust a word.
There's a lot of you here. Which one of you is Elijah?
You'd best move along.
Psst. Keep your voice down. Elijah isn't here.
Any idea where I might find Elijah?
Why are you asking?
I need to speak with him. Something happened during the night, and he was there. He might have seen something important.
Oh, that makes sense. I saw him this morning by the cellar door. He was all dishevelled, muttering to himself. Poor wretch must have had a hell of a night.
How's it going with Bavor's travel records? Have you managed to find them?
It took a bit of time, but I found them. And even some old accounts where he's mentioned. I'll prepare it all for you right away. Journey through the Holy Land. And I've also found these old accounts. Feel free to study them too. I'm curious myself what conclusion you'll come to, if any.
Oh. It really says here that he acquired a holy relic. Let's see how it continues. According to the journal, Bavor had himself buried here with his holy treasure. That sounds pretty clear. Let's see what the accounts say. So Bavor gave the monastery a generous donation and paid for a chapel mural painting. And still, despite all the records and mentions, Crispin had his doubts.
Are you still so enamored with Lord Bavor?
I read the journal. A lovely tale. It really brought the Holy Land to life.
And?
And it says the relic Bavor acquired was a splinter from the true cross of Christ.
Holy Virgin! Such a sacred treasure!
And according to the book, Sir Boleslav was to be buried with the relic in the monastery crypt.
So it says in the book. I also found my old notes and remembered how it all went back then. I too searched for Bavor's grave. I even dared venture into the crypt, but despite all my efforts, I never found it.
How is that even possible? A grave can't just disappear.
Quite frankly, I don't know. And I didn't know then either. Once I was convinced none of the graves belonged to Bavor, I laid the matter before the abbot, but not our father Jan. This was over 20 years ago when Abbot Vitus held office. May the Lord grant him eternal peace. Together we came to the conclusion that Bavor's tale was likely at least partly, perhaps entirely, made up.
Why would it be made up? Surely Sir Boleslav wouldn't lie about something so serious.
The book's one thing, but there's not a single other mention anywhere. The grave's missing, the relic's nowhere to be found. Can you think of another explanation, then?
The account books mention that Bavor had a sarcophagus made at his own expense.
That's possible. Does it mean anything?
If he paid for it himself, there had to be a reason. Masonry work like that is no small matter, and it's odd, isn't it? He sorted it all out in detail with the monastery to have his tomb here. Then he wasn't even buried here.
You're right. I never made that connection before.
And then there's the relic. If Bavor had just wanted to raise his reputation with a good story, why claim to have gained something so rare?
Perhaps out of vanity? There's no shortage of that among the nobility.
But his tale's already heroic enough without it. Making up a relic would only draw unwanted attention.
That's a good point. It'd be too risky.
But why would Bavor do that? What would he gain by deceiving everyone here?
If memory serves, he had some disputes over property. Maybe he wanted to improve his reputation.
Well, that's mentioned in the text. But lies wouldn't have helped him. Quite the opposite, if he'd been found out.
You'd be surprised how short-sighted some folk can be. But I agree. Something about it doesn't sit right.
And what about the mural mentioned in the accounts? Does it really exist?
Yes, it's in one of the chapel naves. It depicts several scenes from Bavor's alleged adventures.
Well, then that proves Bavor's story wasn't just made up. Surely the abbot back then wouldn't have approved such a mural in the main church if he hadn't believed it was true.
If the former abbot believed Bavor wasn't a liar, but a real hero of the Holy Land, I'll believe him too.
All the more reason I want to see it for myself.
No harm in trying. At the very least, it's a fine piece of work.
Bavor mentions in his journal that he received a great fortune from the King of Cyprus, and the account records say he gave a generous donation to the monastery. Do you think that was made up too?
They confirm at best that Bavor had wealth, not where it came from. According to the late Abbot Vitus, he might have gained that fortune by plundering or as spoils of war, and the tale of the Holy Land was just a cover to mask the dishonorable origin of his riches.
Well, I've never been to the Holy Land, but I've seen plenty of wrongdoings, even here in Bohemia. And if Bavor really wanted to cover up how he got his coin, he could have built a village, built a fortress, or who knows, bought up a mine. He could have done any number of smarter things than spinning a tale about a heroic journey halfway across the world. Don't you think?
I'm no expert in fraud, but yes, he chose a rather complicated cover-up if that's what it was.
Don't you think this whole thing is a bit too complicated? Every explanation for why Bavor would lie seems more convoluted than just acknowledging it's true.
Listening to you now, it's like hearing my younger self. And I sound exactly like Abbot Vitus. His view was that Bavor's story was fiction. He told me I'd be better off letting it go.
What exactly did he say?
that I should stop chasing old crusaders and focus on real, meaningful work.
Vitos isn't here anymore. So we can pick up where you left off. And maybe we'll finally unravel Bavor's mystery together.
If that relic really does exist, and it surfaced now, it'd surely be a sign from the Lord, a sign of hope in these desperate times.
Don't get ahead of yourself. We've not even found Bavor's tomb. Without it, we're stuck. I'll return to the crypt and see if the workers left any trace.
I might have missed something myself back then. Take this and study it closely. It's a drawing of Bavor's family coat of arms I came across years ago. According to this, you'll know if it's truly the grave of Sabolis.
They only had a drawing of the Jerusalem cross. But if he was buried under his family crest, no wonder they opened the wrong graves.
Yes, that could be it. Study that sketch well, so you won't make the same mistake.
Thank you. I'll head off at once.
Just be careful, please. You know the abbot's orders, the disease, all this misfortune.
Don't worry. I'll be careful.
And in the crypt, show respect to the eternal rest of those buried there, especially now, with death haunting the monastery.
Leave me the hell alone.
He's blind drunk. He can barely speak.
The smoke and the Christ Almighty. Huh?
Nonetheless.
Don't come back! If you crawl back here, you'll get the strap. If you crawl back here, you'll get the strap.
What was that?
Halt! Step away from the door! Give up! Bloody flea-ridden mutt.
Easy now! I surrender!
The abbot will decide what to do with you, and I don't want to hear any excuses.
Your ma's the abbot.
Wait, what? The abbot is a respected person. What did you...
That was supposed to be an insult. But I'm not going anywhere.
Fine. You had your chance.
Right then. Where to begin? I'll start with the younger one. Muscle stiff, but the body looks supple. What's that in his hair? Better mind my fingers. Ugh. He retched his guts out before dying. That suggests infection. It's all clumped together. Looks like flour, or maybe lime. Yeah, it's flour. Ugh. Bruising, some dried blood, but no broken bones. Those bruises are odd. Regular. Almost perfectly circular. Did someone beat him with something round? That's odd. He's young, but his hands are a mess. Covered in scars, nails broken, looks like hard labour. And 2 workers did go missing. That can't be a coincidence. I don't see anything odd here. Ribs intact, belly soft, no sign of violent death, just his back and hips are badly scraped. No blood, like he was dragged over gravel after he died. A few old scars, gravel embedded in both knees, and blood around the groin. Barely dried. Could it have leaked out after death? Mixed with bowel contents. Bloody diarrhea. Like with the infection. Now for the older one. Pale, sunken eyes, missing some teeth, though that might just be age. But that hole in his head is someone's doing. Small, round, clean. Maybe from an arrow? Hard to say. Completely stiff. Clenched tight. Like he was ready for a fight. Skin's badly scratched. And there's a thorn stuck here. Looks like from a rose. Stiff as a board. But no broken bones. Back and shoulders all scratched up. Like he was dragged through brambles. And around his neck and chest he's got red blotches on the skin. Those blotches look familiar. They're a bit like the ones on that old confessor. Looks like this poor wretch caught the same thing. Knees are scraped and scarred. He must have worked hard in his life. Well, what's clear is they didn't die in that burning hut. More likely they succumbed to the infection spreading in the monastery. The symptoms match perfectly. And those strange injuries, I've never seen anything quite like it. It might have helped finish them off. Someone must have hauled the bodies into that shed. And it left marks on them. It might be possible to trace where they came from. Best speak to Albic about it.
Supposed to be here. Damned wither.
Looks more like an abbot's tomb from the carving. Good thing. I'll be shifting that rubble for days on my own. This one's rather worn down. I think I can make out the abbot's symbol. Bavor's crest. So it's true. What? That's not Bavor. I need to tell Crispin. Bloody hell. God have mercy on your soul. Looks like this one was shadowing me in the crypt. But how the hell did he get into the monastery?
You're not supposed...
It looks like you're feeling better.
My head stopped spinning, but I don't feel any better. I wish everyone would just leave me be.
I get it. You don't want to remember. I've seen some nasty things too. But sometimes it helps to talk to someone. It's definitely better than drowning your wits in schnapps.
Well, all right. What do you want to know?
How did you even notice the fire? What were you doing outside?
I couldn't sleep, so I went for a walk. It was just chance.
Just chance? You sure? I don't think the abbot would be happy about folk wandering around at night.
So what if I took a little walk?
You sure you weren't sneaking off somewhere for a drink?
Hey, what do you even know about me? After a night like that, you'd have had a drink too.
All right. Sorry. Did you see anyone else at the fire?
No. Just the dog was there.
The dog?
That's how I noticed the fire. The dog was darting about, barking like mad, so I thought there was someone inside. Someone alive.
When you dragged out those two bodies, what did you do then?
While I was pulling out the second one, other people had noticed the fire. One of the knights grabbed me and started yelling that I was the arsonist. Luckily, he saw the bodies and how I was covered in, well, the same filth they were. Then the people from the monastery came. They sent me away and took the bodies off somewhere. I don't know what happened after that.
I've seen the corpses, and I've got a few questions.
Does it have to be?
Do you have any idea who those two were?
I've no idea. It was dark. I couldn't see their faces. Thank God. As it is, I'll be dreaming about this for a long time.
I noticed some strange things about them.
Like what?
It looks like they died of the same illness that's spreading through the monastery infirmary.
Christ! And I touched them. But I feel fine. So far.
You'd best go and see Brother Benedict. He'll examine you, and at least clean up those burns.
All right, then.
One of them had flour in his hair. Any idea where it came from?
Well, the flour store's right next to the shed that burned down. What do I know?
Dead men weigh a lot. How did you even get them out of the burning shed?
On my back. Like carrying a sack. Why?
Their backs were badly scraped. So I thought maybe you dragged them by the legs or something.
That must have happened before. Maybe when someone dragged them in... Godlessness.
Thanks. I'll leave you be now.
Wait,
I've no idea what to do with myself. I thought I'd finally do something right for once in my life. And how did I end up? Covered in shit, face burned, and humiliated. I'd rather never step outside the door again.
What are you on about? You acted like a hero.
Hardly. I'm a coward and a drunk.
Who ran into the flames to save his fellow man.
Aye. And what did it get me?
If not for you, they'd have burned to ash and wouldn't even have a decent burial. This way they can pass on with dignity. So stop feeling sorry for yourself and be a bit proud. All right?
Right. Right. Thanks.
That's one deep rut. Whoever dragged them, the poor wretches gave him a rough time. Overturned sacks, soaked ground, so that's why the dead man had flour in his hair. A torch? Damn, this wasn't an accident. Someone torched the shed to cover their tracks. At least this grill is here. Oil. Burns like the devil. No wonder there's barely anything left of the shed. Wine. Could Elijah have lost it here?
What? There you are! Halt! Surrender at once!
I surrender!
The abbot will decide what to do with you, and I don't want to hear any excuses.
You're Maz the Abbot.
Wait, the Abbot?
That was supposed to be an insult.
That's quite enough. Show your stuff. The pillory's too good for you. I'll chop you up on the...
Holy relics hidden in barrels of olives. Just like he wrote in his travel records. And the attack by Mamluk bandits. No doubt Bavor had courage aplenty. The start of Bavor's journey. That's probably Venice and Jerusalem. King of Cyprus, Knight Bavor, and his relic. Though that shield looks a bit different than the one in Crispin's sketch. Almost the same. Only on the mural, it's got that inner scutcheon added. They gave a lot of space to Bavor's crest and his elevation. Likely at the knight's own request. And the crest's all in one, with an angel and the relic. That must mean something.
You're a wanted man around here. You thief.
I surrender!
The abbot's in charge here now, so you'd best get ready.
Take me away. I won't cause any more trouble.
Henry, I won't tolerate such behavior. The Lord is punishing us, and you've decided to pour oil into the fire. Are you completely blind to what's going on here? Thankfully, nothing serious happened. But think about what you did. The knights will escort you back to the infirmary. Stay there.
What's that? Huh. Strange. Huh?
Ah, Henry.
Brother Crispin?
Henry, I searched through the archives again to see if I might still find something on Bavor, but so far nothing. And your search in the crypt? Did you dare go down there?
I dared, and I found a walled-off secret chamber.
What? I'd never heard of such a thing. Even Abbot Vitus never said a word about it.
Maybe he kept it from you on purpose.
Where are you going with this? Why would he do that?
Just thinking aloud, really. But at least it explains why you couldn't find Bavor's sarcophagus all those years ago.
Well, at least now I don't feel quite so foolish. But if there was a sarcophagus, was there also, you know?
No. I was hoping, but I don't think it's that simple. There's a sarcophagus with Bavor's crest, but Bavor isn't the one lying in it.
What? You?
I had to know. Judging by the robes, I'd say it's an abbot or some other high... I think someone was watching me down there.
Watching? Who? Did you see anyone?
He was some armed fellow, but definitely not one of Ludolf's men.
Holy Virgin, an armed stranger in the monastery? How could that even happen?
I've no idea, but it certainly doesn't help my peace of mind. There's not much we can do about it now anyway. Best thing is to solve this mystery about Bavor as soon as we can.
So, you're saying you found a sarcophagus with Bavor's crest, but not Bavor himself?
Exactly. I have no idea what to do next. I was kind of hoping you might come up with an explanation. That chamber looked untouched for years.
Explanations do come to mind, but they're purely speculation. It's possible Bavor was never buried here at all. Or perhaps his grave was moved.
What do you mean, not buried here? Everything points to it.
Until we find the body, we can't be certain.
There was his coat of arms on the bottom of the sarcophagus.
Yes, which would support my second theory that his remains were moved.
So where could they have moved Bavor to?
Most likely to the consecrated field next to the monastery, or the graveyard by the infirmary church of St. Cosmas and Damian.
Hang on. That consecrated field is enormous. I'd be searching for weeks, and I can't even get in there now. Better to scout the infirmary church first.
God be with you, Henry. I hope you manage to find Bavor at last.
I saw that mural of Bavor you spoke of, and I think I noticed something slightly unusual.
Ah? Really? What was it?
That Bavor crest. In the mural, it's shown differently from your sketch. Seems to be the elevated version, as mentioned in the travel records, with the escutcheon. And on it is the Jerusalem cross. There's also an angel. And Bavor had himself depicted holding the relic. It looked to me like Bavor had the layout made very deliberately.
I must have missed that. Or perhaps I've simply forgotten. But you're right, it does sound rather deliberate.
Indeed. But I still don't know what to make of it.
Bavor clearly put a great deal of thought into his burial. That depiction isn't just a coincidence or some artist's fancy. It was Bavor's intention, and there's certainly a hidden meaning in it.
I'll ponder it on my way to the infirmary graveyard.
What's that? I must be mad. Hey! Where did that come from?
Hey? I must be mad.
I am.
Easy! I surrender!
The Abbot will decide your fate. I'll take you.
Take me away.
Henry, I won't tolerate such behavior, especially now. Don't you think we need peace in order for the Lord to take mercy on us? Thankfully, nothing serious happened. The knights will escort you back to the infirmary.
Neglected, but otherwise a nice place for one's final rest. I hope I find Bavor here, so I don't have to search the whole consecrated field. Going by the crest, this was someone noble, but not Bavor. A grave. In a graveyard. Doesn't look like it's hiding any mystery. Unmarked grave. Peace to your soul, wherever you are. Another unmarked grave. Who knows? Maybe I'll end up in one like this myself, and in a far worse place. I'd rather meet someone alive now. Master Bavor! Where are you hiding? What did I expect? Seems to be a nobleman laid to rest here. But I don't recognize the crest. Glory to you and your house, unknown lord. Who knows who lies here? Let's not disturb them. Unmarked grave. Might as well have gone straight to the consecrated field. Boleslav's crest, at last. Let's hope its lord lies somewhere nearby. And the rest. I hope this is it. The armor, the crest, the sword. It has to be him. The valiant knight Boleslav Bavor. May his soul rest in peace. Only no sign of the relic. But then again, the mural showed that in his scutcheon in his crest. My God. A crusader's sword that saw the Holy Land. A true honor. Let's see if I understood it right. By all the saints. Praise be to thee, Almighty Lord, and praise be to thee, merciful Christ, who suffered on the cross for us. Thank you for remembering us sinners in this time of trial, and for letting me find this treasure.
Amen. Nice choice of last words. And I'll be taking that treasure.
Who sent you?
That's no longer your concern. Get him! Take the relic from him!
To hell with you!
No mercy!
Show your stuff!
You're a dead man! You know that?
Oh!
Henry, what in God's name is going on here?
They attacked me. I was only defending myself.
I believe you, Henry. But you need to give a full account to the abbot. The brothers will escort you to him. I'll look around a bit more and join you soon. I also want to hear what you've got to say. I hate to interrupt your grace, but something's happened that urgently requires your attention.
Did you bring more news from Masters Albic and Zacharias? How fare our sick?
No, my lord. I've brought Henry here because we apprehended him in the infirmary graveyard. There was a fight. 3 men were killed, and the grave of the bearer of the arrow crest was looted.
Boleslav Bavor? I was just telling his grace about him. The relic. Was it there?
Yes. Bavor had it placed in the compartment in the sarcophagus lid. A fragment of Christ's cross. Just as Bavor's travel record said.
Incredible! The Lord is with us in this dark hour.
Such a treasure hidden away and waiting to be revealed in a time of need. Praised be Jesus Christ.
Now and forever. And praised be the Virgin Mary, our protector.
But now, back to what Ludolf said. Did 3 people truly lose their lives?
They attacked me. I only defended myself.
But who were they? Where did they come from?
I got on the trail of the relic when I caught workers searching the monastery crypt. But those bandits... They clearly had my trail, too, since they came right for me. I reckon it's all connected, somehow.
I never told anyone. Not until just now, to his grace. And we were alone.
Ludolf, how is it that armed men managed to breach my monastery?
Please accept my apology, Your Grace. The grounds are vast and complex, and with our numbers we simply can't guard it all. I take full responsibility and will do everything in our power to ensure this doesn't happen again.
Thank you. I'm counting on you. First, the collapse in the church. Then, a foul sickness. A fire. More deaths. And now, armed raiders. It's becoming too much for our already dwindling order. Why is the Lord punishing us?
Punishing or testing? That relic, it's a sign, a promise of hope.
Perhaps, Crispin. Let's hope we interpret the Lord's intentions correctly. Henry, on my behalf and on that of our brotherhood, I thank you for recovering such a treasure for us. Let the disturbance of Sir Bavor's grave be forgiven, for you were guided by divine providence.
Thank you, Your Grace. I was glad to do it.
Ludolf, escort Henry to the infirmary. I'll keep the relic here and remain in prayer and contemplation.
As you command.
Credit where is due, you managed to recover the relic. Truly a knightly deed. May it bring us relief from this affliction. The Lord be with you, Henry.
Mercy! I surrender!
The abbot will decide what to do with you, and I don't want to hear any excuses. No more funny business, got it?
Take me away. I won't cause any more trouble.
Henry, I won't tolerate such behavior. Instead of helping Albert care for the sick, or at least praying, you... Oh, words fail me. For the sake of my friendship with Albert, I'm willing to overlook your transgression. Pray that God will be equally understanding. Follow the knights to the infirmary, and no more nonsense along the way.
I've examined the bodies that were found.
And? Tell me, what did you see? Anything unusual?
When I spoke with some of the labourers around the church, they said 2 of their own had gone missing. I think these are them.
How do you know?
During the examination, I noticed calluses, broken nails, and gravel embedded in their knees.
That does line up. Although the hard labour could have also been done by hired hands, or even some of the Lay brothers.
I found some scraps of clothing near the burnt shed. Bits of fabric and bits of leather. It looked like knee padding.
I see. Like what the labourers and miners wear. It seems like you're right.
Both had badly scraped backs, but hardly any blood. Someone must have dragged them there after death.
And not very gently by the looks of it.
The younger one had flour in his hair.
Flour?
Yeah. It got damp and formed a sort of crust. But I'm sure it was flour.
Are you sure? I mean, it might have been lime or chalk.
Well, it tasted like flour.
You tasted it? What in God's name were you thinking? Honestly. Never mind. It's done now. Besides, the flour store's near that shed where they found the bodies. It might be worth taking a look.
They were found together, but I reckon they didn't die at the same time.
What makes you think that?
The young one had a stiff neck and limbs, but his body was still supple. So I'd say he died not long before the fire. But the old one was completely rigid. Chest and belly, too. So he must have been dead much longer.
Yes, yes. Rigor mortis sets in gradually and fades away the same. And if they really were infected, the younger one's body could have fought off death a bit longer.
Benedict was right. They really did show signs of the disease.
I'm glad we can be certain now. But it's hardly good news.
Why'd you say that?
Because it means we still don't know how many others are infected. There could be another source of infection we don't even know about.
Something struck me as odd, but I couldn't find a clear cause or source.
Maybe we'll figure it out together. Go on.
The younger one had circular bruises and scars on his arms.
Did it look like signs of violence? You've more experience with that than I do.
Not really. The bruises were perfectly round, and the scars always dead center.
Then it's likely the result of wet cupping.
Is that some kind of treatment?
It's like bloodletting, but the wound is covered with a flame-heated cup. The heat helps draw blood from the body. That's what leaves the round bruise.
The older one had a hole in his skull, right into the bone.
A hole? Where exactly?
Just above the ear, maybe a bit further back. It was small, narrow, and round, like from an arrow, but there was no dirt or sign of a tip.
Did it look more like it was drilled?
Could be.
Looks like someone tried trepanning the skull.
Trepanning?
It's a way to relieve seizures or excruciating headaches, but it's dangerous. No layman should ever attempt it.
The younger one was bloody, mostly on the thighs and groin.
Now that fits with post-mortem release of the bowels. But if blood was present, that's further proof of disease.
The older of them had thorns stuck in his skin. It must have happened while someone was dragging him to the shed.
That'd fit with rosehip, sloes, or black chokeberry. But none of those grow here in the monastery.
What about roses?
Possibly. You do see one here and there, but I've not seen any big enough to cause that much damage.
That's probably everything.
Right. Hopefully you'll soon find out how they ended up in that shed.